for the video portion of the program. I got the latest episode of the Bill Squire Show up there as well. The latest Poundcake podcast. A new one of those coming on Wednesday. Friday, short show, as it's going to be the Guardians season opener. They are in Kansas City to play the Royals on Thursday. So that is a 4:10 first pitch. Our friend Gab Cruz is going to sit in that day, but we'll be here for a couple hours, and we'll slide over.
That'll be Thursday, right? You said
what'd I say?
You said Friday, then you said Thursday.
Sorry, Thursday. Yep, is Guardians opening day. And then a week from Friday is going to be the home opener, and we will be live downtown doing the show that day. I will tell you about, give you all those details very, very soon. But this Thursday, 4:10 is your first pitch. Live from Kansas City, Missouri, your Cleveland Guardians begin their inaugural season. I finally drove past Progressive Field over the weekend. I was taking my wife and some friends to the Agora for a show, and on my way back, I was dropping them off, and on the way back, I passed Progressive Field. I hadn't seen it since they put up all the Guardians logos. Looks good. All they had to do was drop the IN and put up GUAR. I don't know if they maybe cut those old signs in half.
Be a good way to repurpose them.
That's what I'm saying. But it looks good, you know, above the scoreboard and out there at the corner of Ontario and Carnegie. Is that what it is?
Carnegie and Ontario.
Carnegie and Ontario, yeah. It can't be the other way?
No.
Corner of Ontario and Carnegie?
No. That sounds weird.
Well, it sounds weird because they always say it one way.
Right, that's what I'm
But
saying.
it could be the other way.
I guess.
It's also at the corner of Ontario and Carnegie.
But don't do that. I don't like it.
Corner of Carnegie and Ontario in downtown Cleveland.
You know, just leave it to Hammy. Let Hammy do it.
I will leave it to Hammy. He knows best. Hammy and Rosie and the whole hee-haw gang. So this Thursday will be the season opener, and then the 15th, the home opener, at which a young man by the name of Tom Hanks is reported to be throwing out the first pitch. Now, what do you think the likelihood is that something last minute will keep him from being able to do that?
Oh, I think it's
I don't
want to
I don't want to put a stick in the spokes.
I think it's very unlikely.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think he'll get here a few days ahead of time?
I don't know
just
why
to
he
make
would do
sure.
that.
Well, just to make sure nothing happens. There's flights are all screwy and weather's weird.
I'm pretty
you
sure
got a plan
Tom
for
Hanks is he'll fly private.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think he wants to be down with the people? You think he'll fly in Friday morning, the morning of the 15th, flies in.
It's a night game. I think he'll get here Friday afternoon.
Oh, Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Wonder if we can get him in here.
That'd be great.
He'll be whisked to.
Well, we won't be here. We'll be downtown somewhere.
Even better.
Yeah.
Even better. Hey, Tom, pull up. Is that what the kids say, Poundcake? Pull up?
Yep.
Hey, Tom, pull up. So he'll fly private.
I imagine.
He'll drop into Burke, and a Tahoe will pull up. He'll be whisked to the ballpark.
Tahoe or better.
Tahoe or better. And Escalade. Pick him up. Yukon, maybe?
Yukon and Tahoe, I think, are kind of the same thing.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some big, black, long... What's going on with my...
Well, are you all right?
Yeah.
You've been... It's like your voice is buffering today.
I know.
Oh, the tiny cans.
I know, right? Easing my way back into it.
The
With the little
cans are
pony
funny.
cans. Yeah. This is how I make myself feel like I'm not really doing anything bad. Okay, so he'll be whisked from Burke to the ball field. But they'll have to do it so that no one sees him. How will they do that?
I don't know, the way they always do it.
Always what? They don't have people that big throwing out the first
Jordan
pitch.
was just here. But
Michael Jordan.
But
that was a whole thing, though.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, you can get into town from the airport. It's not that. It's one street. Like, you go basically down one street, and you're at the ballpark. You put him in a...
So they take him to the...
escalator, whatever, with tinted windows, and he's there.
Okay.
I mean, they got Paul McCartney to the...
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think you can get Tom Hanks to Progressive Field.
Okay.
Without... And I don't think it's the end of the world if anybody sees him.
No, I know. I'm just wondering...
I don't think they're going to try and blockade him or anything.
I'm wondering if they want to do this under cover of darkness.
I don't think so. I think they just want to make sure he gets there.
So they'll get him at the airport, they will take him to the corner of Ontario and Carnegie, and he'll get out, walk to the mound, throw the ball,
probably just get an Uber,
wave, get back in the car.
I bet he stays and watches the game.
You think so?
I think he will.
I bet he's home for a midnight snack. I bet this guy, he'll have dinner on the plane, unless he doesn't want to be bloated when he's out there. Maybe he wants to keep it light. So we'll say he has a salad on the plane, right? Maybe shrimp cocktail.
Oh, I love a shrimp cocktail.
I don't know what his particular dietary requirements are. I don't know much about Tom Hanks. Now, there's another question. Does he come alone?
You think Rita's coming? I think you should bring...
or an assistant?
Chet.
I mean, Chet. You think Chet Hanks should come with him?
I think so.
Booyah shaka boy!
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if you want to make headlines, you have Chet out there catching for the first pitch.
Mm-hmm.
He's so cute. I'd watch him pitch anything.
Okay.
Even as a kid, I was a decent looking kid. You know, I was athletic. I was good with girls. So I kind of had all the above. And because of that, it made the fame aspect coupled with that made people hate me even more so. And that's what I didn't understand as a kid, is that these people were just jealous of me and they were projecting their own insecurities onto me. I needed to hear that as a kid. I didn't have like a strong male role model to tell me that.
That's got to make Tom Hanks feel good. Oh,
So,
sorry.
it's probably
I
one of
was
those
just
things, too.
off making a living,
Yeah.
you a-hole.
And it's probably
so
one of
you
those
could go to, Hollywood High and didn't have to worry about anything.
And his dad was probably telling him these things, but he's just not listening. Because there's a lot of times when parents are telling you all the things you need to hear, but because it's coming from your parents, you're like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my God.
You don't know what you're talking about.
They were all just jealous of me.
I never took a dump on my parents. I couldn't tell you. It's funny. Gwen and I, and going farther back, my ex-wife and I would talk about, we're like, we spend a lot of time with our children, right? I love my parents. I've never like dumped on my parents, even though I was getting spanked all the time, whatever. They did the best they could with what they knew how to do, right? I think my parents are phenomenal people. But I never saw my dad, right? I could count on one hand. Like, my dad didn't come home and read me books. He didn't come home and like play with me. He was working.
And then when he got home, it's like, don't disturb father.
Right.
He's tired. He's ornery. Don't bother him.
It wasn't even that. My dad wasn't a guy who like sat down and had a Rob Roy or, it's like if he was home, we saw him, but he worked. Tom Papa is going to be here. I don't know if he's going to make it in, but I'm going to have him on the phone at least because he's doing This Weekend in Hilarities. And he's got this great bit about like when you were a kid, like his age, my age. Tom's a little bit older than I am, but there's a certain generation of people like when dad came home, your mom ushered you into another room, like, shh, no, dad's home,
He's not ready for you yet.
Right.
we gotta get him comfortable, and then we can have the children.
I think that's like more
around.
of a 50s kind of. I'm not that old. My family, my parents weren't not like that. My parents were both very deferential to each other, but like I know it's the job of like any generation. It's their job to crap on the people who came before them. It's just your job. But holy cow, it's like, dude, your dad was off making a living, a very, very good living. I didn't have a strong male role model. All you do is watch your dad's movies. How hard could that be? Most people's dads weren't in movies. Yeah,
my dad's never.
My daughter
can
turn
movies.
on. My daughter can turn on the radio and hear me if she's so inclined. So it's like she can't see me, but she knows where I am and what I'm doing. Blah blah blah. So that's a little bit better.
You couldn't get a box set of Bosom Buddies and watch your dad. It sounds like you're just making excuses.
Maybe he grew up thinking his dad was Peter Scolari. May he rest in peace.
Maybe he thought his dad was
a cross-dresser?
Well, no, I thought maybe it was more of a Forrest Gump situation where he thought his dad was a little bit slow. So he's like, I'm not going to listen to him.
Yeah.
He's touched.
Oh, boy.
I'll be the director, and you can be the main actress. Just me and you, no extras.
Chet Hayes, I'll give you this hot take, because that song's 10 years old. Chet Hayes was the original Machine Gun Kelly. He didn't have no number one albums, but he wanted to be a rapper. And then he was a fake Jamaican. And then he's doing rock and roll. And then he's, say what you want. I know MGK is a beloved figure. He's back-to-back number one selling artist. But Chet Hayes was the original Machine Gun Kelly. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. I like that.
They should do a collab.
They should do a collab. There you go. Okay, listen. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. Anytime you want to call, leave us a message. Get a lot of them over the weekends, obviously. 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan. It's, okay.
By the way, I don't know who this person is, but they call a lot. They call a lot. I don't know if they're goofing. I don't know if it's a kid. I don't know if it's a woman. I don't know if it's a man. And I don't want to know. Just up front. Don't want to know. Let's keep it professional.
Wondering about this problem I've been having. I wonder if it's, because my mom said, I asked her if I can move to Cleveland. She said no, and I really wanted to because I think you guys have a great radio market. I think your radio stations are excellent. And I was wondering if maybe when she said no to me, maybe something snapped because I was just so hot with anger, and I just thought it would be a good idea to move to Cleveland, and she's all like, no, and I don't know if you care or whatever, but that's just the idea that I had.
Yeah, again, I don't know. That's
From where?
Doesn't
And
sound.
also-
I don't know, but they don't sound hot with anger.
Well,
Maybe they were hot with anger.
It sounds interesting to want to move to a market when you're not in radio based on how the radio market is.
Maybe they want to be.
Maybe.
Maybe they think, I don't want this amazing voice to go to waste.
Well, it's not.
Because I don't.
We're playing it.
Yeah, that's right. Because I don't know who this person is or what they look like. But I'm transfixed. And they call a lot. And again, there's never, that's the most context I've ever gotten from that person, kind of a succinct call where there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Usually they just start talking and jump in.
Have they been calling
a lot? They when I look
Did
at
it
these,
just started,
when I look
or-
at the calls, it and I don't air all of them obviously,
Yeah.
but over the weekend it was like Saturday 3 a.m., Sunday 2 a.m., 1 in the afternoon, noon, So I don't know. What I think we should do is, I think we should have this person, if they're really interested in breaking into broadcasting, I think we should have them shadow Poundcake.
Yeah.
maybe you could have this person as a guest on your podcast.
Hey!
Let's not go that far.
Why? You need guests.
I have a guest lined up, and not this person.
Who's that?
My friend Taylor.
Oh, come on. I'm talking about people want to hear about.
Who wants to hear about this chick?
How many? You don't even know if it's a chick. That's my point. You don't know who this person is. I don't know who this person is.
Okay.
How many times are you going to have your friends on? Who cares? You get this person, and you drill down, and you find out what makes them tick. Maybe nothing. Maybe nothing makes them tick. Maybe you waste an hour.
But at least we'll know.
You know
We'll
more
have
than you did
answers.
before.
Yeah.
You know more than you did before.
Okay. Tell them to email me.
I don't have their information.
I'm telling you now to email me. Person,
place, or thing. Animal, vegetable, or mineral. But I find the whole thing fascinating.
How do you get your voice like that?
I don't know. I don't know. And I don't want to know. I want you to know.
I don't know.
I want you to tell us.
No. I just want you to know. I don't want you to tell me anything.
Oh, you just want... Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to have the knowledge?
In the abstract. That's right. So I was talking last week about how Joe Exotic wants to fast track this divorce, right? He's like, well, I'm really bummed out. Or the guy who's married to on the outside.
Yeah, he wants to get it done.
He wants to get a divorce, and Joe Exotic's like...
Probably got some boo lined up.
I guess, he wants to marry a guy met behind bars.
I knew it. He was like, come on, lickety splits. I need. He's doing that for protection, by the way.
Well, he made it sound like he was all bummed out. Like, my husband wants to get a divorce, And I guess I won't fight him on it. I'll sign whatever he wants me to sign. Yeah, he wants to marry a guy I met on the inside. Can inmates just marry each other?
Yes.
In prison?
Yeah.
Can they?
Yeah. People
But
can
you don't like move in. They don't accommodate you in a way that like you become cellies or anything, right?
I don't know. Maybe that'd be kind.
Is that a thing that happens?
I don't know.
We don't get that much prison mail anymore. I'm wondering if they shut down that pipeline.
When Lil Wayne was in prison, I heard that he married like a couple inmates. So I don't know.
What?
Yeah, Lil Wayne married a couple inmates. He officiated a couple inmates.
How is that not front page news?
That's how I know about it.
He officiated.
Yeah, he married them.
Right. This Joe Exotic wants to marry a guy in jail.
But I'm saying
not officiate. He wants to take on a spouse.
I understand that, but I'm talking about I don't know if they allow them to share a cell. Because if that's the case, you're sharing a cell.
Oh,
with your
you mean
spouse.
I see
That's
what you
not
mean.
That bad.
That they're letting them.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that Lil Wayne married a couple of. I see.
Yeah, I don't know. That would kind of be dope. Like, this is my man. We get to spend eternity together.
Eternity.
He got 25 years.
Literally until death do us part. Literally.
Literally, we're cellmates.
Yeah.
Ooh, you wouldn't want to step foot in that cell. It stank. Like,
Oh God.
I would feel sorry. Like, well, we actually had a third cellmate, but he left. Like, he just killed himself. He didn't want to stay with us anymore.
What?
Why does it go that far?
Because I just I'm referring to 60 Days In, where they have the bunk beds and then they have like the little lay bed on the side. And I can't help but think, like, if you're a married couple and you guys share a cell, what is that third person gonna do? They're like, I have no, like, I can't get out of here. I'm in prison, so I'm literally with two gay guys that are literally doing each other every night. What am I supposed to do? I'm in prison. Like,
That's probably not such a weird thing in prison at all.
Yeah, and
so
if it's rhythmic enough, it's like a fan being on. Just kind of lulls you to sleep.
Yeah. It's really, really white noise.
Mm-hmm.
bro, I don't know if I could.
He wants to wed a fellow inmate named John Graham. He met him February of last year when they were both locked up in Fort Worth, Texas. Except that Graham is no longer behind bars. So the guy's out there. Oh, Joe Exotic. Will he ever learn? Will he ever learn? Guy was in prison for burglary and possession of a firearm.
Ooh, he a thug.
He got 12 years in prison 10 years ago.
God,
He got released last month.
I'm so jealous of Aaron Hernandez's like boyfriend behind bars.
Why? Because his boyfriend
Just
killed himself?
Because Poundcake just likes that type of guy.
Like, if you're gonna be in prison, I would rather be somebody's bitch that look like Aaron Hernandez. Okay, like,
Would you? Okay, so you could get a guy like Aaron Hernandez, but you have to be in jail, or you just have this lonely, this regular lonely life you have now.
I have to ruin his options. All right, so he has to be in prison to where I probably look like some of the best people in there. So I'm on the higher end.
Okay. So you go to jail for the love of your life?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Love means sacrifice, man.
See, that takes all these other things that you were saying about
I gotta
the
erase
job
his
and blah blah
options.
blah. See, Poundcake is about love first.
I got
so,
yes, I have
he
to get rid of
is.
his options.
Mm-hmm.
So,
People came all over me.
Uh-huh.
not in the jailhouse, not with my man. He don't like that. He jealous.
He really does have a romantic scenario for any environment that you give him, right? That's Poundcake's superpower, is you go, Tel Aviv. He'll tell you exactly who he'll meet, what's going to happen. The nightclub, you go, okay. Prison. He'll tell you who he meets and what they're going to do.
Well, it also
and,
kind of tells you, like, the guy he really wants is a guy like Aaron. You want, like, a big macho man. That's what you really, really want.
I got goosebumps. Like, he's already like just the thought of running into a person like that. Because I've met one guy that reminded me of Aaron Hernandez, and I quivered in his presence because I was just like, ugh.
And you probably wouldn't want
But
him
there's
to
like
be...
a billion dudes who look like that guy. Those jacked bros are a dime a dozen.
I know.
Yeah, but they...
Well, then
they're
what's
not going for Poundcake.
But what's the big search, though?
That's just the type of dude I like, and I'm intimidated in their presence. That's all.
Huh.
Like, these white boys are a dime a dozen. Like, I get a lot of those. I'm not concerned about those. But large Latino meat, and it's like,
Large Latino meat.
with the spicy swagger
They're
that
playing
they have,
B-Spot on Sunday night.
There's nothing like it. There just isn't. Ugh.
Wow.
Well, you're not in the right part of the country for that either, though.
No.
You got to go. If that's
gotta
what
need
you
to go
want,
down
you
to
need go
Miami.
yeah, you go to Florida. You go to L.A. That's where you'll find the large
Latino meat.
Texas, there's some large Latino meat. there.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Mm-hmm. What about Macho Man Randy Savage? How would you feel about that?
Sure.
All right. Wow. He pines for Aaron Hernandez.
What a waste. I just don't understand. He has so much to live for.
Apparently, he didn't think so.
He would have gotten out.
If only you had been there to be his sister Helen Prejean. And
Kim Kardashian could have helped get him out.
Now, but imagine you're with a guy like that, but he is in the closet. So, like, you can't ever go to public events with him.
But Poundcake
But you haven't-
specializes in dudes who are in the closet.
So, like, you just get him. You don't get to go on dates. You don't even get to get married.
That makes it more romantic because it's like the world doesn't want us together, and I know he has to.
It's not
sneak
the
around.
world. It's him.
He doesn't want. He's not ready yet. I don't want to be judgmental. I want him. I want to be his safe place. I want him to know that he feels at home with me. So when he leaves the rest of the world behind and he comes to my house,
I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of romantic.
Poundcake standing there. He goes, "Your large Latino meat will always have a place here
the rest of the world will
in
judge
my
you.
arms." That's right. The rest of the world will judge you.
I
But
do
with
not.
me, you can be yourself.
I
Yes.
will not judge you. I will just call you large Latino meat.
Whenever he's ready.
LLM forever.
I don't want your money. I don't want your cars. I just want your large Latino meat.
Okay, I've got to take a break. Hey, I'm going to have 7 Dust tickets for you. They were just here last fall. They're back for the 21st anniversary of Animosity. They probably wanted to do the 20th anniversary and, didn't work out. But that's a great album. I imagine they'll do it in its entirety. That's going to happen at the Agora on May the 1st. So if you're a 7 Dust fan, I hope you are. I'll have those tickets for you coming back. 35192 on a text for anything else, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart device you have.